here with Melissa Lamb. Hi, Mel. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. All right, so we're here to talk about everybody's favorite club, DECA. Now, see, I call DECA a club, but I think that you call it something different.
So, DECA students usually describe DECA as a organization of emerging leaders in the fields of business management, hospitality, finance, and entrepreneurship. And it's like a group of people who are trying to be the future leaders of tomorrow.
Okay, so future leaders like leadership or like leadership positions in a business?
Actually, like both, really.
Yeah?
So DECA teaches you so many different skills, and a lot of them are tailored towards building your confidence and your skills in being a leader, whether it is to be in a leadership position or just a leader in your own life.
Yeah, you know what I noticed, Mel? That when I shook your hand, it was a pretty firm handshake.
A lot of people really don't overlook the handshake in business because they don't really put much significant towards it. But first impressions are really important. So the first thing you do in a job interview is shake somebody's hand, right? So if you have a bad handshake, it kind of sets the tone a little low for your interview. But if you have a firm handshake, your interviewer can see that you have confidence in yourself and will see that throughout your interview.
Yeah, I heard that so DECA has some values, and I heard that the first and foremost, they really care about those handshakes.
Oh, yeah.
They care about them more than like a lot of other things. Handshakes always come first.
Handshakes are a big part of the whole entire step of like building your confidence, learning leaderships and business skills, and just being a better leader.
So here we are talking about DECA, but why am I talking to you? Like, what's your position in DECA?
I'm actually the president of DECA here.
Congratulations!
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Randy. Wow. Two-term president. This is my last year in DECA. My last year as president, too. So it's a sad day. Sad year.
But a good year.
You
finished off strong, I hope? Yeah. So you're like passing the torch,
right?
You know. So what about somebody else that wants to become DECA president?
Well, we're winding down our DECA year, and new officer applications are being handed out to pick our new DECA officer team here at NAHS. So we have 5 or 6 positions open for people to sign up for and interview for, including president. So we put a lot of thought into picking out our new leaders of our club for next year, because these leaders are the ones who are going to be planning the whole entire event calendar, putting out events for our members, and making sure that our DECA year would be limitless, which is the DECA theme for next year.
So are these positions appointed? Do you apply? Do you run?
You apply, and then there is an interview process. So you fill out an application with what position you want to be in, your strengths, your weaknesses, your other leadership positions in the community, in the school, good grades. You have to make sure that you're like a good candidate to have a leadership position in DECA, and then you will be put in front of a panel of officers from this year. So I will probably be on your interview panel. And then we will be asking you a bunch of questions to see if you are the best fit to be a part of our team.
All right, I think I know the first thing that you're going to do during that interview.
What do you think, Randy?
Shake hands! The most important part of DECA, shaking hands. So next year, you know, do you have a good freshman outlook? Do you have any idea what that's going to be like?
Well, so just like with the change of the times, I guess, our membership usually is tailored towards like upperclassmen just seems to be the one who make up a majority of our members. But surprisingly, this year, freshmen made up like a huge amount of our club and our membership. And because of that, we have a pretty good, bright outlook for the future of DECA. And because it's like the young people like taking over.
Yeah, oh thank goodness.
Right.
Thank goodness. DECA's here to stay. So you do some fun things in DECA, I heard. You go some places. I think that you just went somewhere pretty cool, pretty far away for like 10 days or something like that.
10 days, oh yeah. So we traveled over 1,000 miles on an airplane, right?
Yeah.
6 hours.
Oh.
Left at the airport at like 11 p.m. at night.
Uh-huh.
And we got to California.
California?
Yeah. So we actually, our DECA competition, we have a national competition every single year. It's called ICDC, the International Career Development Conference, where DECA students from around the world and the United States come in one place to compete or attend leadership academies. And this time it just happened to be in Anaheim, California.
That's so exciting.
Right.
Did you do any sightseeing?
Oh, we did do lots of sightseeing because when you're in California, you kind of have to see what's going on and like really experience things. So, because that's a part of DECA, new experiences and like learning about things that you cannot learn about inside of a classroom. So, being out in the real world, we saw a bunch of different things. Did some touristy stuff, like went to go see the Hollywood sign.
Of course.
Walked down Rodeo Drive.
Ooh.
Went to Laguna Beach. Went to San Diego. Like we did lots of fun things because we want to make sure that our students get more experience. Like we want to make sure that they're well traveled because that's a huge part of building like character and like by having more experiences to go off on in like your life later.
Yeah, of course. So why did you go?
So I actually went to attend the Thrive Academy, which is only tailored towards the DECA chapters that completed the Thrive campaigns. So to complete the Thrive campaigns, you have to complete all 3 of them, which are tailored towards promotion, membership, and community service. And Norristown was able to hit all 3 of them this year and become a Thrive level chapter in DECA. And because of that, we were given 3 spots at our national competition, and I was actually grateful enough to receive one of them.
Congratulations!
So the Thrive Academy is a leadership academy, and they're split up into 3 different tracks: entrepreneurship, community service, and just like competition. So I attended the Entrepreneurship Academy, and that's split into 2 different days. The first day is getting to meet different people from like around the world in different DECA chapters and seeing what they do. We want to build on like collaborative ideas so that whatever good ideas that they do in Wisconsin, we can bring back to Norristown and do something great there too. So,
were there a lot of people from Wisconsin there?
oh my gosh, from all over the United States. There's some people from Canada too, and Puerto Rico. China was there, Spain. It's an international career development conference, so I get to meet and network with people from around the world too, not just the United States. So that's really, really cool.
So you met a lot of people?
Oh yeah, lots.
You shook a lot of hands?
Shook a lot of hands, lots of introductions. Hey, where are you from? I'm from Pennsylvania. It's a great way to get people out of their comfort zone too, which is also one of the skills that we learn in DECA.
All right, so you were talking about this Thrive chapter. You said community service. I wouldn't think of DECA and community service in the same sentence.
So when I became DECA president my junior year, a big part of my, presidential agenda was to bring DECA into the community more, to give back to the people who support us, because our wonderful Norristown School District actually helps fund our International Career Development Conference trip. And they're so generous to us to give us the opportunity to experience such amazing things, like being able to go to California. I went to Orlando my sophomore year, and I went to Nashville last year. So I could only do those things because of our school district. DECA definitely appreciates all the things that Norristown does for us, and we want to do that back. So when I became president, I really wanted to make sure that DECA's image and DECA's name was in the community, and we wanted to reach out. So that's why we reached out to we work with many local elementary, middle schools. We work with the Adopt a Highway. We actually have a little section of Main Street that we clean up twice a year. And we also try to raise money for different organizations and charities that we want to work with. This year, that's why we do our annual dodgeball tournament, which is a charity dodgeball tournament. And we raised money for No Kid Hungry this year, which is an organization that wants to end childhood hunger in the United States through nutritional programs and healthy nutritional, like, educational programs, because a part of not only ending hunger is education. You can only end hunger through, like, learning about what healthy eating is and, like, the value of nutrition in your lives. So it's an organization that we worked with last year, and we also thought it was great to work with this year. And we were able to raise money for this cause, and people were able to come out and play dodgeball for a great cause.
Yeah. So you went to California.
Right.
You did your business stuff. You
Yeah.
had your fun. So what was your favorite part of the trip?
My favorite part of the trip, wow, that's a tough one. I think it was being able to spend time with our DECA chapter. So the thing about nationals that people don't understand is that a lot of the DECA trips that we go on help bond us together as, like, friends, as, like, people, I guess. So at nationals, you honestly spend 10 days with the same exact people every single day. We do lots of chapter things together. We drive in a car together. We eat dinner together.
You sleep in the same bed.
It's just a bonding trip, you know?
Yeah.
So being able to get to know Cameron and Corinne on, like, a better level, being able to connect with, like, freshmen that I may not have, like, connected with, like, in school, just building these relationships was my favorite part about nationals.
That's so good. So you met people at these leadership
I did,
conferences.
yes.
Did you make contacts with those people? Like, make some connections for yourself?
So DECA skill, how many am I on? I don't even know. Networking is super important in DECA.
Yeah.
So that's not just like a, hi, my name is Melissa Lamb, handshake, right? That's also like a get to know you kind of thing. And at the end of it, we call it like we exchange information, like, oh, what's your Instagram? What's your email? What's your Snapchat? Like,
Yeah.
that's the point of contact that you were talking about. And because of that, I've had, like, lots of new friends on these social media platforms through DECA, because you end your little introduction thing with, like, hey, like, let's be friends.
Yeah. And in a DECA way. So,
Right.
you know, everything's digitized. Things are moving into social media.
Right.
So if you want to go from I feel like, a very DECA position, now you've got these connections with people, and social media can make that even more personal, right?
Yeah.
Like, email, but Snapchat, you get to see their life.
Right. So it's really strange. So at the Thrive Academy, you honestly spend 2 days, 8 hours each day with these people.
Wow.
And they split you into groups, because it's like, I guess, team building in a way.
And there's a bunch of people, I'm
And
sure.
there's lots of people. So over 19,000 DECA kids attend the International Career Development Conference, which is, like, pretty crazy. And a lot of
Yeah.
these kids are also, there's a lot of kids in these Thrive Academies, like, leadership academies. So my group that I was in, we actually made a Snapchat group chat thing and we called it, like, our DECA family.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Right. So it's like you make these DECA friends that end up being your real friends. They're not just DECA friends. They're people that you would actually talk to on a regular basis. And they're from all different states. So because of DECA, I could say I have a friend in Kentucky and Wisconsin and Washington State and Texas. Like, it's a long list just because of DECA.
So, what do you see for the future of DECA?
Future of
With Norristown DECA after Mel.
After Mel. Wow, it's really hard to think about Norristown DECA after Mel, because my 4 years in high school have been
With Mel.
with Mel. Like, DECA and Mel kind of just go together now. I see a really bright future for DECA, actually, because of our freshmen. Our freshman members are so involved and enthusiastic about DECA and what they want to do with it. So I think I'm leaving the club in good hands. I think they're going to make DECA much more exciting and fun and interactive than I did. So I think they're going to do a really, really great job, and they can be able to make DECA grow, because that's the goal in DECA, to make DECA expand with membership, with leadership, with all these different qualities. And I think these freshmen have the ability to make that happen.
I think that you also did a good job with DECA, though,
Thank
Mel.
you,
And I think
Randy.
that you should take credit. You should take credit for that. So what about your future with
My
DECA?
future. I actually, strangely enough, am not majoring in anything business related, nor am I going to join collegiate DECA, but DECA has given me so many different skills that I will utilize for the rest of my life, like becoming a better leader and having confidence in myself, learning how to network, learning how to talk during and conduct myself during a job interview, learning how to public speak better. All these skills that I've learned from DECA will help me through the rest of my life.
Do you think that are you going to be a DECA alumni member?
I think I will be, but I'm going to make those DECA members work hard like we all had to do, and you have to reach out and network. That's the thing.
Yeah. Is there anything else that you'd like to add?
Well, I think that these past 4 years in DECA have really shaped my life, so I think that all the new fresh members also will have that same sort of experience. I hope they will, at least, and continue to follow DECA throughout high school, and hopefully they'll become better leaders for it.
All right, thank you very much, Mel, for
you,
the great
Randy.
interview. Now I think that we're going to go to Corinne and Sam.